Royalty-free music. By Finnick. All the Burtons. Got the Logicam Burton, and then Canon Burton. Looks like I need to tweak my lighting to deal with some shadows. But oh well. How's everybody doing today? How's quarantine life treating you? Good. Dahlia Coast, I hear you're working on some new sourdough starter. Oh yeah, we said sourdough starter. Got a sourdough party over here in Kirkland. Oh, nice. Dahlia Coast has just got some whole wheat flour, if I am correct. Oh, what up? How's it going, Karen and Eli? Woo! Y'all ready for some live coding? About to get started here. Just gotta dance a little. Such a build up. All right. Can't wait to love my MTV grinds. Yeah. Woo! Oops, oops. All right. Let's turn down the music a little bit. Greetings and salutations. Thank you all for tuning in again today. We are going to be working on a little old app called PetsBeHonest. So just to recap, what is PetsBeHonest? PetsBeHonest. My head is cut off. I'm sorry. Do you not like my cut off head? Oh, do you have a matching shirt, Curly? I think so. We should do a matching shirt stream. But anyways, so PetsBeHonest is a health tracking app for your pets. Because we own a dog, obviously we're dog focused, but you could use it to track cats or any other animals. So we have a beta that's available that is built on top of Google's Firebase. So we have on the front end Quasar, which is a framework built in VueJS. And on the back end, we have all this fancy Google, what's called serverless technology. Hamsters, tigers. Actually, we tried adding a cat yesterday, and I believe a cheetah was a valid option. Animal from Muppets. You know, you could put him in there and track his health, but he might take offense to that. So, I don't know. Maybe not. This is our old setup here. You can see these are all the different events we've recorded for Cheyenne. She randomly puked. She went poop on a walk. You can like scroll through the previous months. On the 14th, she went to the bathroom into the park. We can click here. We can filter down to just those days. Ran 1 mile around the block. Nice. Oh, hey, Arissa, Dahlia Coast, brushes teeth. Thank you. You want to track Chase? Perfect. What sort of things do you want to be able to track about Chase? Are there like medications that you need to track that you need to get reminders for? Do you want to track how much exercise Chase gets? Please let us know. Let Dahlia Coast know, and she'll make sure it happens. Oh, snap! Woo! Thank you, Curly AA! Much appreciated, good sir. Wow. Weekly top cheers. Curly AA. Thank you, sir. Gift a subscription. How does this work? Gift up to 100 gifts to followers and viewers. Cool. Or I can gift to a specific... Alright, I'm gonna have to try this out. Anyways, thank you, Curly AA, for the support. Other people, feel free to cheers. Test out those sweet new features I have as an affiliate on Twitch. Okay, so back to PetsBeHonest. This is our current beta. It works, but it's kind of dead at this point. So what we are now working on is the replacement, which is using the same front end, but our back end has been rewritten by my partner Brian using Django Rest framework, which is a Python-based web framework. Maybe he nips. Oh, okay. You want to track him nipping? Track Chase. We have a really good book for dog training, by the way. Dahlia Coast can maybe post a link to it later in chat. We should probably write a review about it. So we are working on our new version of PetsBeHonest. I'm going to clean out this window here and get this going in mobile view since we're mobile first. So beyond just fixing up how we talk to the back end, we are also doing some style improvements. So let's log in with our test user, Topcat. All right, Topcat has 3 pets: Berton, Saint Abujo, and Cosmo. I think we need to create a cheetah. Let's create a cheetah. So note to self: add a way to create a new pet. Doesn't look like we have a button to do that, but I know the secret URL, so we'll go there. All right, PetsBeHonest can help you track your pet's health. Add a pet to get started. We're all kids, Eli. We are all kids. Maybe your mom can use this app to track you. Eli, what should we name our cat? What's a great cat name? Any cat names, Eli? All right. Well, you snooze, you lose. So we'll go with Chase. Chase is now a cat. Let's see what photo we got for Chase. I don't know what's gonna happen if we upload this, but let's try. Oh, hey! This is a good test. Some Tane. All right. Tane is our cat name. All right, next. Tell us more about Tane. Tane is a cat. So, earlier I was saying you can track all sorts of different types of pets. Our back end supports a variety of pets. Our front end, just to keep things very simple, only supports dog and cat. But hopefully we'll change that. And so if you are an iguana owner or a snake owner and you really want to use PetsBeHonest, let us know and we can expedite that feature for you. Thank you, Dahlia Coast, for posting the dog training book. Let's see if we can open this up real quick. We are not affiliated with these people, so we don't get any cut of their sales. Control Unleashed, creating a focused and confident dog. So some of the techniques in this book Arissa used with our dog Cheyenne and definitely helped. So highly recommend checking it out. So Eli, make sure you tell your mom to check out this book, okay? You got that? We're counting on you, Eli. All right, back to Tane. Tane is a cat, a beautiful dancing cat. And I think Tane is a cheetah, maybe? Cheeto. What is a Cheeto? Let's find out. Oh, wow. It's like a tiny cheetah. Sweet. All right. Well, now we got Tane. So this is our new calendar view. Instead of having multiple events on a day, we now just have the one event per day. Or we only show that a day has an event, but it could have multiple events. And then we now have these prettier Twitter-inspired cards for our events with pictures. It's pretty cool. St. Bujo is lethargic. Her breath smells metallic. She looked in pain while eating. Uh-oh. Please donate. Please do. And then we have the same functionality. We can click a day and filter to just that day. And then we should be able to swipe as well. Yep. But because this is all new data, we don't have past data to see. Cool. Oh, hey, Tane! And Tane is still a GIF. That is amazing. I didn't know we supported animated pictures. Should get an affiliate link for that book. I think so. That would be a good idea. You're the best, Gringa, Eli, Karen, Johnsies in Chicago. Oh. Just finished up some coffee. Get me through the afternoon. Okay, so one thing I want to work on today, we did a bunch of work on authentication and styling our events yesterday, styling the calendar. There's still some tweaks I want to make to the calendar. I don't know why it's crazy big like this. Maybe it's something Curly A can help take a peek with me later. But one problem we have when we create an event, we don't have a way to change who we are, what pet we're picking here. So I don't know if we want to set a current pet somewhere and then every event you create is tied to that pet, or create some way in this UI to pick which pet you want to post under. So chat, what do you think? Should we have UI somewhere else that allows you to pick your pet? Pick the current pet, or do we want to just like add some UI here that allows you to pick which pet you want to post about? Oh, nice emoji. Shout out to one of my oldest fans, or most long-term fans, Beatrice. Beatrice, goes out to you. So maybe like, should you be able to click on this and change to a different person? If so, what does that look like? Let's check out the Quasar documentation to see if anything really inspires us. Let's go to quasar.dev. I like the click the dog profile photo to change pet. Might work from there. Yeah, I think that's definitely an interesting interesting way to go. So I'm wondering, like, do we need to like pop up a modal? Is it like a list that you can select? Is it we might just end up kind of playing around with something. But let's look at the components. View components. Let's see. What is an expansion item? So we could do like a select field. I wonder, do they have any selects that are kind of what we're looking for? Yeah, nothing like super exciting here. So we might need to build a custom. Oh, that's not what we want. Radio. Oh, cool. Anything standing out to anyone? I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to rock our own. Ooh, what is the slide item? Why is it not working? Oh, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I say we create some sort of new component to do that for us. So we're going to bash. Oh, should not have quit out of the Quasar. So we'll go to the Quasar command line docs, and there's a command to generate a new component for us somewhere around here. New? Yeah. So new component and component file name. So we will do Quasar. Oop. New C pet picker. Does it sound like a wonderful... All right, so we can now, if we go look at our Git history, we see this new pet picker component. So let's check that out. Component name, pet picker. You think the template would be smart enough to do that for us? So then we're going to want to open up our event creation. Event wizard, that's what it's called. Open up our event wizard. And we are going to import, oops. What did we create? Our pet picker from pet picker. And then gotta register it with Vue. If we don't put it here, then Vue won't know about it, and so things will not work correctly. And then now we can update our template with the pet picker. And then I am just gonna put it right, oops, I'm gonna put it right here, pet picker. And then we'll do some vModel action. Chosen pet. So we'll have to put this in our data down below. Woo! Thank you so much for the follow, Mark Tatsu. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Help me be a better programmer by talking smack about me in chat. That is what you're all here to do. I mean, you're here to cheer me on and give me lots of positivity. All right, so chosen pet, and then this is data we're going to be passing into the pet picker. So what should we name it? We want to pass in a list of pets. So maybe just do pets. And then we'll want to pass in from this from our VueJS module a list of pets, but we'll get back to that in a second. So let's go to our data attribute down here, and we have our new little field for our VueModel, which is chosen pet. And we're just going to say this is an object. Eventually this will be like a pet object. What is this.pets? Okay. So it looks like we get the array of pets that you own when we go to create the event. So we can just pass that in. This is pretty easy. So in Vue, a couple little Vue things here. So our V model basically means we're doing two-way data binding. So when let's say the user changes chosen pet, that gets pushed down to the pet picker, and the pet picker can respond to that and take action based off those changes. Vice versa, if the pet picker changes the chosen pet, that bubbles back up and can be reflected in the parent or grandparent or whatever. And then for this pets attribute, if we don't have this colon here, then what we're doing, this is a normal like HTML attribute, and we're passing a string into it. But if we put a colon here, this is some Vue magic. We're saying vbind this pets attribute to this JavaScript variable. So everything in between these quotes is JavaScript. So if we wanted to like pass in a string, we would like put it, so this is the string pets. But in this case, we want to pass in the variable pets, specifically this dot pets, which is an array of pets. Okay. I wonder if we're going to have some errors, but we'll see what happens. Oh, hey, pet picker. Cool. And then I'm going to look at the simple date picker for some inspiration here. So I don't know if you noticed, but this was italics, and then when I double clicked on it, it's regular. And that means that this window is going to stay there if I pull up another window. And then we want our component that we created, which is the pet picker. Pet picker. So see how it's italics? So it'll go away if I bring up another window. Okay. So we're going to want props. I forget the syntax for Vue props. Let me VueJS.org. Search for props. Not poops, not proops, but props. Okay, so if we want, we can keep it simple and just do this array. So we can just say pets. And then we can say we can do a v4 pet and pets. So this v4 is Vue syntax to allow us to iterate through an array or an object. And then we're assigning each item in the array to pet. Ooh, Curly AA did 50 push-ups this week. So our goal is to get to 250. Right now, he is in the lead. I'm only at a measly 30, but you know, still within reach. So yes, Matthew Chuan, we are doing the push-up challenge. So for everyone who's tuning in, the push-up challenge right now is going to be 250 push-ups total in a week. So if you want to do 250 push-ups in a day, that works. If you want to spread it out 50 push-ups every day for a week, that works. Kind of whatever you're feeling that gives you some leeway. If you're having an off day or whatever, you can do what you need to do. So there's a couple of us who did this a couple years ago. It was a good motivator, and now that we're all trapped in quarantine, seems like a really good time to bring it back. And I'd love to actually build an iPhone app to help us keep track and have some self-motivation. So maybe stay tuned. Maybe we'll do some streams for that. But let's get back to the action. So in Vue, we can iterate through an array here. And we're just going to use these double curly braces to print the context of a variable. So in this case, we'll do pet.name. And let's just see what that gives us. Hey, St. Bujo, Bearton, Cosmo, and Tane. Awesome. That is indeed our pets. So what we probably want to do is... we probably want to do an avatar component with a pet name underneath is what I'm thinking. So this container here will be a flexbox, and then we'll have 2 flex items. So we'll wrap this. And 1, and then let's get our avatar. From here. So pet underscore pet image. And then I'm using something called Prettier in VS Code. And what's going to do when I hit save, it's going to auto format my code for me, which is really nice. Beautiful. Hey, look, we got all of our avatars here. And then let's say we want to scroll left to right. So just to like play around with some styling here. Div value object to object. Nice. So this should be display flex. Cool. And then eventually we'll want to do like some overflow so we can scroll left or right. And then we need to make these clickable so that when you click on it, it woo, doggy Cyborg Matt, what is up, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. I really enjoyed watching Team Secret and the latest ESL LA online tournament. Really proud of what you guys have been doing. So keep up the good work, Cyborg Matt. All right, so we're working on this pet picker here. So in theory, you click on your little avatar here and you get these options to see all your pets, scroll through, and then you can click on one of them to select it. So let's go back to the code. Actually, let's go back to... Quasar has some wonderful helpers for Flexbox. Let's go check those out. All right, let's see here. Layout and grid. So we can do this grid row, I guess. So we can test this out. Class equals row. What happens? Cool. That looks about right. Sorry, I'm looking at the documentation on the screen. So I feel like we need some spacing between these columns, but how do we do it here? So this calendar is the same kind of concept. So let's go look. So we have a row. Oh, wrong thing. So display flex. Okay, in this case, we're calculating the space. Basically, we only want 7 days. Justify between would auto space them out. Thank you, Cyborg Matt. I am rusty. Oh, is there a helper class for that? Of course, I exit out of the window. Justify. Not helpful, Quasar. Oh, awesome. Cyborg Matt is on top of it. Thank you, sir. Oh, for some reason my my eyes just totally miss this, or my brain rather. So I believe do that. Beautiful. I think this solution won't work in the long run if we have a bajillion pets and we want to be able to scroll, but we will take it for now. So let's do so Cyborg Matt says justify around will give some padding at the start and end alternatively. So if you look here with the justify between, the left, the start and the end are pushed to the edge of the page. Whereas if we do justify around, there's going to be a little bit of extra space so that everything's going to be a little tighter with more breathing room on the sides. So it kind of depends on the look that you're going for. I think justify between is fine for now. And then I think we want to make this whole thing clickable. Pet selected, pet. So now we need to create a method here. It is going to take in a pet, and then we are going to emit a input event. and submit the pet. Oops, sorry. I believe that syntax is right. Yeah, this dot emit. Cool. I always forget putting this, and it results in a lot of bugs, so always remember to use the this. And just to make sure that we're on the right track, let's I like using this curly bracket console logging. The way that it prints is a little bit nicer, in my opinion. All right, so what happens if I click? We selected a pet. So the curly bracket console log, it's this is cool, where the object is condensed, collapsed, and then if we want to dig into it, we can expand it and check out all the different properties. Cool. Pretty neat. So now what we're doing is we are emitting. Oh God. Ugly, come back. All right. What we're going to do now is we are emitting this pet object from whatever the person clicked on up to whoever wants to listen to it. So in this case, we have this vModel. Oops. We have the vModel chosen pet that is listening to it. Now let's actually just print out. We can just do chosen. Here. Chosen pet. And then curly braces, and then chosen pet dot name. Cool. So doing what we want. So what we're clicking on is the pet picker component. When we click on, we're looping through all the pets, right? And each one of these has this click handler that calls pet selected and passes in the pet. So when we click on that, it emits an input event with the value being the pet object. And then in our event wizard page, we have the vModel, this vModel chosen pet, which when that input event is emitted, chosen pet is assigned to that value. And then in the event wizard page, we're printing chosen pet name, which is right here. So child, this whole row is a child component, and then this is the parent component. Pretty cool. And then now we can do chosen pet dot name chosen pet image, and then we'll delete this. We don't need this anymore. How is undefined? Yeah, it's probably. So cool. How is Tane? He's grooving. He's doing his dance. Yeah. So what do we want? What else do we want to do? So I'm wondering if this should be part of the same component, which would make like hiding and showing things easier. Because right now I need to figure out, basically I would need to say if you click on this, it triggers this thing. And then I need a way for this thing to be able to hide itself. Yeah, okay. So let's just go down that path. I don't think it's the right path, but let's just go just as a learning experience. So we can say so we'll create a variable, show pet picker. It's false. Oops. And then we are going to, where's our pet picker? We're going to do if, show pet picker. So when show pet picker is true, our pet picker UI will show. Otherwise, it will be hidden. And if you notice right now, our pet is undefined. And there's a couple of ways we can go about handling this. We can say that this parent component picks the first pet and assigns that to chosen pet, or we could allow the pet picker itself to do that selection for you. So maybe let's examine that. Let's do let's press in a prop that's initialize equals true. Oops. And we want this to be evaluated as JavaScript. So I think this will work. We'll find out. And then we're going to have a created lifecycle handler. Is that the right way to do it? Let's app.view. So Control E brings up the file picker in VS Code. In this case, I'm looking for app.view, and I have the same thing here created. Okay. So we'll make this a function. So if initialize, then we will emit whatever the first pet is in the array. We should probably do and pets.length length is greater than 0. Then we will emit the first pet, and then we also need to pass in so what happens now? That totally did not work. Oops. Console.log. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll do this anyways. Yeah, remember when I was talking about this? I always forget this. The keyword this. Alright. Alright, so why is that not working? Oh, I think I know why. I think because of the VIF, we haven't actually mounted the component yet. So I bet if we get rid of this, that should work. No, does not work. Oh, but it does do what I expected to do. So before we were getting no console logs, and now we are getting console logs. And the problem is that I did not use the this keyword with pets. So we should probably do that. This.pets.length and this.pets. So now we no longer get undefined. It picks the first pet that we have and initializes it to that. So that's pretty cool. But that only happens because we're actually loading. I think we can do, if we do v, I think there's a v show. If we do, instead of doing v if, do v show. Okay, so because we were doing a v if, the component was never actually being created, so we weren't running that initialized logic. But by using v show, the component still gets created, it's just hidden by default. Because show pet picker is false. So now that we're initialized, and then what we're gonna do is, on this Q avatar component, we're gonna add a click handler. We're gonna set show pet picker is equal to true. So when we click on this avatar, we're gonna show the pet picker. Boom. Cool. All right, clicking these updates. Awesome. But this doesn't go away. So what we need to do, or what we can do, is we can also emit another event. This dot emit pet chosen. I don't think we really care what this emits, other than that it emits an event. And then now we can add a handler here. It's chosen. And then we will equals false. All right, so I'm gonna click on the avatar. We get the list of pets. Let's say we want Bearton. Boom, and the UI goes away. So what is actually going on here? What are we actually doing? So what is happening is we click on the avatar. So Q avatar has a click event handler. When this is clicked, when this avatar is clicked, we set show pet picker to true. All right, so now we have our show pet picker UI. And if you remember, our pet picker has this v show pet picker. So since show pet picker, pickle pepper piper pickle picked a bunch of peppers. Since show pet picker is true, we actually the component is now visible. And then we have we then clicked on one of these pets, which when we click, we fire off this pet selected function and pass in that pet. So here's that method. And what it does is it emits an input event with the pet that was selected, and it emits an is chosen event, which is just some custom event that we made up, and we set that to true. And so the input event, we can do some. So the input event that we're emitting gets captured by this vModel chosen pet. And then the isChosen event we listen for with our custom event handler here. And when we hear that event, we set show pet picker to false to make the UI go away. So now if we click tane, the isChosen event is fired. We listen for it here, and we set to false. Boom. And then let's upload some Joe Exotic. How is tane? Tane is dancing his buns off in quarantine. Alright, so in theory, if we save this, it should work, but let's find out. It's interesting how slow that was. Oh, I wonder if the server, we're using Heroku, so it's possible the server had to wake up to respond to the event. So sure enough, the event fired, and we can see down here. But we found a bug. We did not submit an event for St. Bujo. We submitted one for tane. So we will fix that, and then I think that's how we're gonna finish our stream off today. This is pretty awesome work. So what is happening here? So we have this current pet that we've been keying off of prior to today. Now we're gonna go with chosen pet. So when the submit button, let's follow this, submit. So the submit button that's in the top corner, right here. When that is clicked, we fire off, we call this function submit event drf. So we want to go look at that function. And what do we do here? We call the create pet event, and we pass in the note, the current pet.id, and those other information. So right here, instead of current pet, we want chosen pet. So let's try this again. So tane, how was tane? Dancing his buns off in quarantine, couldn't be happier. Do we have another cool picture to use? All right, here we go. Arissa and I dancing. I think that's a very fitting photo. What do y'all think? Okay. So now we will submit. How do you spell quarantine? Translate to English. I don't think so. All right, let's submit it. And then that worked a lot faster because the server's awake. And then boom. So now we have the ability to submit events for multiple pets. Pretty cool. And then commit early and often. So we want to commit all these changes. So we're going to submit initial commit of pet picker. And then yeah, I tend to be non-committal. It's all right, Curly AA. You live in the freelancer life where you make up your own rules, and if you want to be non-committal, that's your choice. Unfortunately, some of us are working hard for the man, and the man places some rules on us. And some of those rules are good, and that is committing early and often and keeping our commits as pure as possible. So ideally, like if you fix a bug and then correct a typo and those things aren't related, you want to have a commit that's just that bug fix and another commit that's just the typo fix. And that way it's really easy to roll back your changes if you ever mess anything up. It's also easier for you to evaluate what you've done. So if you're looking at a pull request and a list of commits, it's really easy to glance at those commits and say, oh yeah, like I did this, this, and this. Where if you're working for a company and you're trying to justify your value, that's really making it easy for whoever's making those evaluations. They can go through your commit history and be like, oh wow, look at all these awesome things that Burton did or that Aaron did. Whereas if everything is in a couple commits, then they don't really understand the changes that you're making, and so they have to make a guess as to the value that you're adding. So that is my corporate pro tip for the day. All right, so let's finish this. Hook up pet picker to event wizard. And then we will push this. And you know what? I think we can call it a day. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Just a refresher what we did today. We focused on building out this pet picker UI so that we can choose which pet we want to submit an event for. Before, it just picked the first pet. Now we can actually choose which pet we want. And sure enough, it works because we go to the calendar and we can see that Tane is dancing his buns off in quarantine and couldn't be happier. The question is, which one of us is Tane? I'll let you decide. Make sure to hit me up on Twitter at SPTONJOHN for any feedback or any suggestions on things that you would like to stream. More importantly, my wife and I are doing a cooking stream on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to be making a very traditional and delicious Thai dish called mango sticky rice. If you hit up my Twitter, we already have instructions there, so make sure to check those out. I will pull those up in just a second. Let's get those. Let's pull up those instructions. All right, so here you go. Rissa and I will be doing a cooking stream Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. The dish, mango sticky rice. And the recipe is actually this YouTube video. It's very, very helpful. Highly recommend checking it out. If you want to follow along, make sure you buy some sticky rice. It's sold in like a little 5-pound bag in a Wajimaya, H Mart, or any other Asian grocery store. Also, make sure you buy some mangoes. And if you need help picking out mangoes, there is another little helpful blog post here by She Simmers. She Simmers has some great cooking books for Thai food if you're interested. But yeah, follow the directions here and learn how to pick really good mangoes. And then we will see you Thursday on our cooking stream. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, Dahlia Coast, the mangoes we just got are pretty good, and I am very excited to eat them. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in today. I appreciate your help with getting PetsBeHonest built and all your support in my streaming endeavors. I hope week by week the stream gets better and better and better and more interesting to watch. And if I'm doing something you hate or is obnoxious, feel free to let me know either on Facebook, Twitter, or any other way you can get a hold of me. I love you all. Stay safe out there. Take care. Bye.